It is July 1st, and that means it is day 1 for how many skeins of yarn can I fully use throughout the month. I want to show you what I have already started. Well, I guess not started, but completed, which have not completed any skeins of yarn yet, but it has started the motivation to do this entire challenge. So I completed some of my fruit shell turtles. So this is my strawberry one. And I use the base pattern of Crochet Jenna's sea turtle tutorial that she has free on YouTube, except I've modified a few things. Like I've made the fins into like a no-sew version. I've adjusted the amount of rounds on the shell. And then each fruit is free-handed by me. But the base pattern, what really got me started was the Crochet by Jenna turtles. But strawberry. This is my blueberry. And watermelon. And I did 2 of each, but you don't need to see every single one. They look the same. And then I also completed up my possums. This is my pattern, but completely no sew except for the little tail on the top. But I don't really count that as sewing because it's essentially just finishing it off, but like finishing off in the body. But yeah. And then these ones have my little resin reflector eyes, sinker eyes, I guess that's what they're called, that I have my mom paint for me because she likes to do resin and I don't have to deal with the mess if she does it. So I've made 6 of those. So that is how I've started this challenge. But what I want to complete for the rest of today is I want to also market prep. I don't necessarily have a market coming up, but I do have a very, very large market in December that kind of finishes off my year. It is a 2-day market at our local fairgrounds. Never done a 2-day market before. Supposedly it's really big. So I want to make sure I have a lot of stuff. And I've also decided, after talking again to my mom, who kind of does the business part in person with me, but after talking to her, we also decided that on the same weekend, there's a market that we've been doing every single one since they started. And we kind of didn't want to not do it just because it's on the same weekend. So we're going to attempt to split and do 2 markets on the same day, the same weekend as my big 2-day market. So I have to prep for that too. So I might as well just get started now. Because I really only have a month of no work, so a month to get as much done seems like a good idea. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some chickens, and I'm gonna try and use up as much as I can of my tweed skeins. So I got this color, and this one. I like making chickens out of these because they always tend to turn out like thicker than the other blanket yarns. So it makes the chicken seem a little fuller and bigger without actually having to use as much yarn to make it bigger. Plus the texture is really nice for that chicken. So I like to use these colors. And then I'm hoping I'll also be able to get a snuggler done today. And I want to use the pebble color from Premier Brights. So I'll show you when I get done. Maybe I'll get done more, maybe I won't get all this done at all, but I will show you when I am done with day 1. I do this every time. I always forget to leave tails on these ears. Oh well. is done. I just need to embroider the eyes, but crochet wise, the mouse snuggler is finished, and I only ended up using one full skein of yarn of the Premier Brights in the color Pebble, which is part of that Mama Made Minis collection. And I really like not only the color choices that the Chromatic collection has, but the feel. Like every single one is so soft, which I like Premier, but some of them are not as soft as others. So happy this is done. Now on to those chickens. All right, this is all I've been able to get done for tonight. So this is the end of day one. I didn't finish any more skeins of yarn, so it's still just one for day one, but I made 12 chicken bodies, so we'll have to stuff those up and add their little combs and beaks. So I might finish one for two right away on day two, but we'll see what tomorrow brings. All right, today's gotten a little bit of a late start. I had to start my day going to a doctor's appointment and then ended up having to take a whole bag of plushies to that consignment location that I work with. So I had to send all those off, again, helping kind of rotate that inventory I have. But once I came back, I finished up those chickens. Like I said, I had 12. I stuffed them, closed them up, gave them the little combs, beaks, and eyes. I embroider the eyes. You can see the little highlight there, hard on the white one. I like the look of the ones with the safety eyes better, but I find it really, really hard once it's either together or apart, just kind of finding the center, because whenever I did it before, they always end up wonky. So I tried to put it, and it worked on this one, I tried to now put it on after I close it up so I can kind of center and make the eyes as even as possible. And this one I was able to, but I could not get the safety eyes in any of the other ones. And I wasn't going to hurt my hands to continue trying doing it. So instead I embroidered them. Again, I don't think it looks the best, but it doesn't look bad. So those are my chickens. And then while I was embroidering, I just finished the little sleepy eye look of the mouse. And I think its little tail is like my favorite part. But little mouse is done. So again, since I got the late start, it's now it's almost 4 o'clock. We're going through a heat wave right now. So it's really, really hot outside. So motivation is like it's down. It's a lot slower. But I plan on making a hoodie bear next, the hoodie bear pattern by Nooks Hooks. They sold pretty well at my market that I went to, the last market I went to. So I'm going to make another one. I'm going to use the color Caramel and the tie-dye color Groovy Glow for my hoodie bear today. And I'll show you when it's done. I don't know if I'm going to get much more done today. Like I said, the motivation is very slow today. But at least I got those done. The 12 chickens took way longer than it should have, but I was in no rush. I wasn't rushing it, so. Yeah, I'm moving real slow today. I have bottom half of the body, hood, and 2 arms, and I'm hungry. So I'm gonna make myself some dinner, try and finish this, and this will probably be the only thing I do today, but I will hopefully finish something. I'll at least finish one of them, at least by tonight, but I'm gonna eat, finish this, try and go to the gym, and we'll see. So I didn't do anything after I got back from the gym yesterday. I did finish the bear pretty much before I went. I just have to do the surface crochet at the bottom of the sweatshirt. So here is the bear, pretty much finished. I didn't finish any skeins of yarn. I've got like the smallest amount left of this, and I already have a mini lift cat started in this yarn, so I'm just gonna do the surface crochet and put the rest with that and then call it a day. So I guess that would be one for day 2. but didn't get finished during day 2. Then I did not finish this. This is like a little more than half used, but it'll get used up, I'm sure. I have a ton of this color caramel because I use it for so many things, so it'll get used. We're getting an earlier start to today. I think I jinxed myself by starting to film this challenge, thinking it's July. I'm free most of July. Like I have like what, 2 appointments? Well, now I have 4. And last night my dog completely broke off his tooth, so he's now at the vet. So that'll be an appointment today and Monday and surgery and so many things. So yeah, I think I jinxed myself by doing this challenge, but it's what it is. That's life. We'll move on. So today I think I'm gonna do some smaller projects that all use just one color instead of doing color changes. I can do those another time, but like I need easy, repetitive, but not take as long. I think I just got burnt out on the chickens because they were taking longer, but like just not as rewarding. So I'm gonna do the little Fable babies by Oak and Marlowe. I'll do a couple of the animals and I'll just pick like a color and just solid make all the pieces, put them together, and then pick another color, solid make all the pieces. All right, I finished up the first round of the Fable babies using the color caramel in Premier Basic Chenille Brights. First I have the little mouse, and then I decided to add a tail. It doesn't come with the tail in the pattern, but it just kind of looks, it looks just like it's missing something. So when you don't do the little ballet outfit, so I added the little tail there, just chaining and slip stitching back. I then have the little bear, the little dog. I don't know what it is that gives me so much trouble with the ears. Like I never know how to get it like stitched on right, and like I'll stitch one on and I'll like it, and then I go to the other side and it just, yeah. I love the way the dogs look, but the ears are not my favorite to do. I have the rabbit. Well, I guess they're both called bunnies, but they have different names. I think this is the Beth bunny, the one with the upright ears, and then the little faux fur tail. And then this is Prim bunny, which has the long ears. This is another one where like I feel like I could get better at attaching these ears, but they're cute. Again, with the little tail. So yeah, there we go. There's all 5 of them. I plan on doing this color, which is pepper. I guess that's upside down. Here we go. I plan on using pepper next, but I'm gonna go pick my dog up from the vet first, see how he's doing, and then we'll see how much more I get done. Did I mention that we're experiencing a heat wave right now? All right, back home. Little man is back from the vet. He is on all the antibiotics, but I'm going to end the video here. I'm going to give him the attention he needs, but I'll see you in the next one. Bye.